What makes a car one you should avoid at all costs? While some cars look good on paper or have flashy designs, the reality of owning them can be a nightmare. From constant mechanical issues to poor build quality, there are vehicles that just don't live up to the hype. In this video, we'll be looking at the 7 worst cars you should never buy. Whether it's unreliable engines, cramped interiors, or expensive repairs, these cars have left many owners frustrated and wishing they'd made a different choice. So before you head to the dealership, make sure you're aware of these cars that are better left off your shopping list. Number 1. Dodge Caliber. Let's talk about the Dodge Caliber, a car that's often left owners frustrated. Right from the start, the build quality feels off, with many reporting that it just doesn't hold up over time. One of the biggest complaints from drivers is the unreliable transmission and suspension, which frequently cause problems and lead to expensive repairs. For anyone looking for a dependable vehicle, the Dodge Caliber falls short. On top of that, the interior is another letdown. The materials used inside feel cheap, giving the cabin a low-budget vibe that doesn't match up to other cars in the same category. It's also not the most comfortable ride, with many saying the driving experience is far from enjoyable. Whether it's long trips or short drives, the Caliber doesn't impress. So while the Dodge Caliber may catch your eye at first glance, it's a car you're better off avoiding. Its combination of poor build quality, constant mechanical issues, and a subpar driving experience makes it one of the worst choices out there. Number 2. Chrysler PT Cruiser. Next up is the Chrysler PT Cruiser, a car that may look interesting with its retro design, but don't let that fool you. Behind the unique style lies a long list of mechanical problems that make it a headache to own. One of the most common complaints is engine failures, which are not only frustrating but expensive to fix. On top of that, owners frequently report electrical malfunctions, leaving them stranded at the worst times. To make matters worse, the PT Cruiser also suffers from poor fuel economy. So while it may seem like a fun car to drive, you'll find yourself stopping at the gas station more often than you'd like. The ride itself isn't much better, with many drivers finding it uncomfortable and far from smooth. While its design might catch your eye, the constant mechanical issues, high running costs, and lack of comfort make the Chrysler PT Cruiser a car you're better off skipping. Number 3. Fiat 500 liters. Let's move on to the Fiat 500 liters, a car that might seem stylish and compact at first. But once you get behind the wheel, the problems start to show. One of the biggest complaints from owners is the cramped interior. For a car that's supposed to be practical for daily driving, it feels tight and uncomfortable, especially on longer trips. But the issues don't stop there. The Fiat 500 liters has been plagued with reliability problems, particularly with its transmission and electrical systems. Many drivers report constant breakdowns, making it a frustrating car to own. The handling is also far from ideal, with the car feeling awkward and sluggish on the road. Combine that with a lack of power, and you've got a vehicle that's disappointing to drive, especially in busy traffic or on highways. Overall, the Fiat 500 liters may look like a fun, compact option, but its reliability issues and uncomfortable ride make it a poor choice for daily driving. Number 4. Jeep Renegade. The Jeep Renegade might look rugged and ready for adventure, but looks can be deceiving. Despite its tough appearance, the Renegade has been plagued with reliability issues that have frustrated many owners. One of the most common problems lies in the transmission and engine, with frequent breakdowns and repairs becoming part of the ownership experience. For a car that's supposed to handle rough terrains, these issues make it anything but dependable. Its compact size, while good for city driving, also limits its practicality. Families or those who need extra cargo space might find the Renegade lacking in room, making it less ideal for long trips or carrying gear. Although it promises an off-road feel, the Renegade's reliability problems and small size make it a less appealing choice for both adventurers and everyday drivers. It's a car that might look the part, but when it comes to performance and practicality, it falls short. Number 5. Mitsubishi Mirage. Let's talk about the Mitsubishi Mirage, a car that often grabs attention with its low price. While it might seem like a bargain at first, the truth is that the Mirage falls short in several key areas. One of its biggest drawbacks is the underpowered engine, which makes driving feel sluggish and unresponsive. If you're hoping for any kind of excitement or even decent performance, you'll be disappointed with what the Mirage offers on the road. The issues don't end with the engine. The build quality of the Mirage is a major concern, with many owners noting how cheaply made it feels. The interior is basic, with minimal features and a design that does little to impress. On top of that, the ride itself is noisy and uncomfortable, making even short trips feel like a chore. While the low price tag may seem attractive, the long-term costs can quickly add up due to frequent repairs and maintenance. In the end, the Mirage's poor build quality, lackluster performance, and uncomfortable ride make it a car that's simply not worth the money, no matter how affordable it may seem at first. Number 6. Nissan Juke. Let's talk about the Nissan Juke, a car with a quirky design that stands out on the road. But unfortunately, style isn't everything. While the Juke's unique look might grab attention, it has plenty of flaws that make it a less than ideal choice. One of the biggest complaints from owners is the unreliable CVT transmission, which has caused numerous headaches with frequent repairs. The turbocharger also tends to be problematic, leading to more trips to the mechanic than most would prefer. In addition to mechanical issues, the Nissan Juke isn't very practical. Its interior is cramped, making it uncomfortable for passengers, especially on long drives. The limited cargo space doesn't help either, as it makes it hard to pack for trips or even handle everyday tasks that require more room. While its bold design might appeal to some, the Juke's mechanical problems, tight interior, and lack of practicality make it a car that many buyers regret. If you're looking for something reliable and functional, you'll likely want to steer clear of the Nissan Juke. Number 7. Smart Fortwo. Let's talk about the Smart Fortwo, a car that's great for parking, but not much else. While its compact size makes it easy to squeeze into tight spots, that's where the benefits stop. The Smart Fortwo is notorious for offering a rough and uncomfortable ride, making even short trips unpleasant. Its limited cargo space is another major drawback. If you're planning to carry anything more than a couple of bags, you'll quickly run out of room. To make matters worse, the Smart Fortwo doesn't deliver on fuel efficiency as you'd expect from such a small car. Despite its size, it doesn't offer impressive gas mileage, which takes away one of the key reasons people might consider it. Add in poor safety ratings, and it's clear that this car is more style than substance. While the Smart Fortwo might seem like a convenient city car at first glance, its rough ride, lack of space, poor fuel efficiency, and weak safety scores make it a car that many buyers should avoid. Now that we've covered the worst cars you should steer clear of, it's time to hear from you. Have you had any experiences with these vehicles, or do you have other cars you think belong on the list? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more car tips and reviews from Global Car Treasures. See you in the next one.